Okay, another installment, Steve's Auto Care. We have a Honda Fit, and the complaint on this one is when she turns her blower motor or HVAC on, it doesn't blow unless you turn the settings all the way to number 4, which would be high. Now, I'm going to describe or show you how to diagnose this, but this is for older vehicles. Now, granted, this Fit is a 2011, but most cars nowadays, the new stuff, have brushless blower motors, or the controller for the blower motor is a integrated circuit. But most of the older cars, and I would say up to about the mid 2000s, are the way that this Honda Fit is. And let's go into that. Okay, so like I said, when she turns it up on high, that's the only time that it would blow. So all the other speeds, 1, 2, and 3, are non-existent. Now let's explain a little bit why that happens. So the way it controls, well, you know what? I'm gonna go do differently. The way it controls the blower motor is by the resistor pack. And let me show you where I'm going to put this right here. Okay, that's the resistor pack, and it's supposed to be in a cage like so, but I took it apart so I can make sure that this was definitely broken. So what they have in this resistor pack are these coils. Now, you've noticed that these, if you look carefully, these coils have different sizes of wire, and they are resistance. So one of these will have power, and then the other 3 will have a path to ground based on your switch. So your switch is determining which path to ground the power is going to go to. So the power goes to your blower motor, then comes out of the blower motor, comes to the resistor pack, and goes through these various springs. Now, there's 4 speeds, but only 3 springs, okay, or resistors. And the reason for that is on number 4, your high speed, it bypasses the resistor and goes straight to ground, okay, because they want it on high. The way they lower the speed of the motor is by forcing the voltage to go through a resistor, okay, and that drops it down so the blower turns slower. Now on this particular one, see if I can show you the malfunction here. On this one, this tab is supposed to be onto that metal plate. So, get my view right. That is supposed to be soldered onto that. And that's why this failed. Now, the easiest way to diagnose this, now let's go back to the car. So the easiest way to diagnose this, hopefully my light will work with me. I have very low production value here, so I got to use a little headlight here. All right, perfect. You have to take the connector off the resistor pack, which is this one here, and we're going to pull it up through the glove box so it's easier to get. All right, like so. Let me see if I can prop you up so you can watch what I'm doing. Okay, so we got this, and with the key off, we're checking, and we got nothing on any of the terminals, and that's what we want, which is fine. We're going to turn the key on now. Key's on. Oh, there, we got power on that one. So there's our power coming from the blower motor. Now we're going to check each one of these for the switch. This is how you test the switch. There we are. Okay, so there's one. And then we check the other three to see if they're shorted. They're not. So we're going to go back. Okay, so that's going to be number 2. This one's number 1. Okay, you can do this with a test light if you hook your test light in reverse. So your alligator clip, you're going to want to hook at the battery and check for ground. Just be careful with how you do that. But anyway, that's the easiest way to test the switch and the resistor pack. If you got all 3 of these switching to ground plus your power, well, for starters, we know the blower motor works because when she puts it on 4, it works. So the blower motor's out of the equation. And then we test these 3 for ground switch at the switch. So that takes the switch out of the equation. When you know you have power here, so the only thing left is a resistor pack. So that is the basics of how to check, how to test the system really quickly. But again, on the newer cars, this is not as easy to do because they're integrated resistors or integrated circuits. So they got a little microcomputer that controls, excuse me, some of these have a brushless motor, blower motor, but not this one. But some of the newer cars are coming out that way. Cadillac was the first time that I dealt with that. And the easiest way to find out is just price the resistor pack, and if it's like a couple $100, then you know it's a integrated circuit for a brushless motor. All right, anyway, so that's how we do it on the Honda Fit. And by the way, if you were wondering, to get to the resistor pack, let's see if I can shine a light in there. It's hard to see it. Get this out of the way. Now we can shine a light on it. There's the resistor pack. 2 screws. You get 1 screw out from the going through the glove box and 1 screw coming from the bottom. And the long screwdriver works for the top screw, and then this setup is what I use for the bottom screw. Okay, so there we go, and hope that helps. Talk to you later. Bye.